knowledge, so that if they actually did end up going further into it, then they would already have a good base where they can just start and actually know what they're doing, and they're not going to have questions like what is a next hop address or anything like that, because they will already know. And
Are they able to use some Cisco curriculum? Do they have access to some of that?
they have Netacad. They were pretty much teaching an entire class.
That's
Like,
cool.
so if they want the CSENT, the first one,
We're rolling?
Yep.
Okay.
if they want the CSENT, I think it's 100 through 101, then I'm trying to get through the entire curriculum for that, so there shouldn't be any gaps.
Okay, let's start. Can you introduce yourself and say where you're from?
I am Tracy. I'm from Cal Poly.
You're out, Cal Poly Pomona. So, how long have you been working with the high school kids and middle school kids?
This is my second year doing it, working with the students from high school and middle school.
And what are you doing with them?
I'm teaching them how to crimp wires and how to make RJ45 cables and Ethernet cables that work, and we're doing like straight through and crossover cables. We're first supposed to focus on the straight through. Let's see if they actually get through the straight through, but once they do that, we'll show them crossover cables.
Well, you're doing a lot more than the cabling. What is your goal? Because you're working with them on this competition and you're working with them on Cisco curriculum. It's pretty amazing that what you're able to have them learn at this age. Can you tell me what your goal is as a teacher for these kids?
My goal is to get them the CSENT certification, like get them so that they have the knowledge to complete and get their CSENT.
Why do you want them to get this certification at this point?
It helps them get jobs. It makes it so that the industry is more competitive. It makes it so I can deal with less people in the college level who are just all like, what is Cisco? What is an Ethernet cable? Those questions hurt.
Is it frustrating sometimes? I know it's frustrating for me as a teacher to have students come in and not know what they want, and then it takes them a few years to figure out this is what they want, and then by the time they get to graduate, close to graduating, they have the passion. But you're giving them the passion, what, in 7th grade and 8th grade and 9th grade?
The thing that's mostly frustrating is if they're about to graduate and they still don't know what they're doing. That's just like, why? How did you pass? And but I don't think with these kids you're gonna have to worry about anything like that.
How old are these kids that you're working with? What grade level?
There are different grades. I know Jessica's a senior, right? And then I think we have one middle school student. Yeah, here you go. And so it's a variety of ages.
So middle school and high school together. What's it like working with both levels of kids together?
Some middle school students I definitely think should not be dealing with Cisco yet, especially if they're not very good with very basic like system commands and don't know what a browser is or anything like that, because there's a point where you're teaching them and then there's a point where you're just frustrating them and driving them away from it because you're trying to make them do stuff that they're just not ready for.
Do you find that they're intimidated by this? Are you able to catch them before they think, well, I can't do this? Are you able to really have them become confident at a young age? And is that something that you're trying to do?
Hey, do you guys think I'm helping you with confidence?
Yes. Yes.
They said yes. Yeah, just continue. You can-
Okay, so
Sorry, I'm doing
that's
a
okay.
lab. No, see this part needs to be up in here. If your plastic is not
Okay,
covering
so, okay.
part of this, it's not going to snap into it.
Okay.
So there's a lot of time that you're spending on this, you have a full load at Cal Poly Pomona. What causes you to want to spend all this extra time?
I like doing Cisco related things. Like, it's Cisco related, so, and they seem to be enjoying it, so it's fun to do. So.
Do you like teaching them as, because it's more than just being a student for you?
Because they're interested in it, it's fun to teach them. It's always fun to teach people who are interested in what you're teaching. So,
And how long will you be doing this during the year? Is this something you'll be doing for a few weeks or a few months, or is something that you would like to be doing throughout their time at RFK?
I think I'm definitely going to be working. I've started this over the summer, and I'm definitely going to be working with them through until January 8th. So,
And how much can they learn in 6 months? Can they be ready for a certification?
I'm hoping so. I don't know yet. This is the first run, but hopefully.
What does it mean for a student coming out of high school to have a Cisco certification? What does it give them?
I think it would definitely help with confidence, and it definitely helps them get jobs. Like, having a certification can help you get jobs while you're in college, which can prevent you from accumulating a lot of debt, and which will also help you get through college. And I have friends who did get certifications in high school, and they got work pretty much immediately, like their freshman year of college, and by the time they graduated, they were already doing very well in their profession.
And you're spending time on both learning Cyber Patriot, because Cisco is now part of Cyber Patriot, and the Cisco curriculum. Do you like doing both? Is there one that you think is more important than the other?
I like the Cisco curriculum considerably better. Cyber Patriot has a tendency it likes to jump around a little bit, and I've done schools where I had questions like, what is a next hop address? Even though they just configured an entire network, they didn't know what a hop address was, which is kind of scary.
Do you think they're having fun?
I think they're very frustrated right now. But sure, but it's fun to be frustrated.
What makes this fun for you?
Watching them be frustrated.
Sound like a teacher.
Yeah, dude, I definitely don't mind watching them suffer just a little, and then they're just like, oh, I got it, and then they're happy.
So the moment after all that frustration that they get it, that's a moment that you really like to see.
Yeah, I can go with that. A lot of it is I want to make sure that we don't have people in industry doing some silly things that, like, I've heard of people even getting tech jobs at the school because, it's just beginner level. They assume, oh, you've taken a class, maybe you know some things. And I heard of people saying, like, that they were pinging 127.0.0.1 and believed that was how they knew that their entire network worked.
What is the opportunity in the profession today? Is there a gap between the number of jobs in Cisco-related positions, network-related positions, and the number of quality people?
I don't know.
Are there jobs out there?
I know there's jobs out there. Actually, I think for just doing networking, it's shrinking a little bit, but if they're doing networking, they're also doing system administration, it is definitely extremely valuable. I feel like if you are doing anything with computers, whether it's like computer science, like programming stuff, or even some hardware stuff, if you don't understand how some of the networking stuff works, you're going to have a hard time with some of just dealing with your program, because it could mess up in ways that you didn't know were possible because you didn't understand how data is being transmitted. And with everything on the internet and in the cloud these days, like, you just have to know some networking.
And is it your goal to have them understand the importance of learning both system administration and networking and the related skills?
Well, I'm teaching them networking, and in networking there's a certain amount of system administration you have to do. Like, you have to teach them how to use ping and traceroute and look at logs and those kind of things, which is the beginning of some system administration as well. So it's kind of, you have to do both. There's no, I'm going to do half of it. Like,
Are these students that you would like to see at Cal Poly Pomona?
I already got my eyes on one of them at least. Jessica.
Thank you. Cool. Okay, you want to do some walk arounds?
Yeah.
I can just walk around with this too.
Cool.
So where's Jessica?
Wait, Tracy, I have a question. Why are we trying to put the plastic when we're
So,
supposed to get it up there?
Jessica?
The head?
Hold on.
Okay, let's get set.
Were you doing this with the head?
Can you get a,
Head?
yeah.
Alright.
So you ready?
Yep.
Well, let's turn a little bit. So Jessica, what do you like about what Tracy is teaching?
I think about what I like more is that how useful it is and how we are able to understand more about internet because it's a widely used tool. So I think that this knowledge is very relevant to what's going on today, especially for example with hacking and all those things that are going on. And I think that a better understanding of this will actually improve how we use the computers.
Okay.
So this isn't part of a regular class for you, this is an after-school activity. You're spending your own time on this. What makes it worthwhile to spend your own time in addition to everything you have to do during the school day?
Well, I find it really fun, so I really like computer networking, and the fact that I get to learn more about it and just play with wires, it's really fun.
What makes Tracy a good teacher?
She's able to explain very complex concepts in a very simple way, and she tries to include her experiences a lot, so I think that enriches the class a lot.
Are you interested in Cal Poly Pomona more than when she started?
I already applied.
Thank you. Okay, let's get the youngest one here. Good job. Can you tell me your name and what grade you're in?
My name is Louis Kim. I am currently in 8th grade.
What do you like about what you're doing today?
Well, first of all, I like things that are frustrating. Well, what I like about frustrating things is that I could actually solve those frustrating things and I could turn them into things that are not frustrating for me. So,
It really is amazing to me that at your age you're able to grasp that it's okay to be frustrated and learn through the frustration. Is the way that Tracy's teaching helping you with that?
yes, the way that Tracy teaches, it's very helpful. As Jessica mentioned before, her teachings are very good.
When do you hope to have the first Cisco certification?
This year.
And why do you want that certification?
Well, I am really greedy, so and I really want to go to a good college. So, having a certification at this age, I think would really help me get to a really good college. So, and I really want to get into the field of networking, and that, yeah.
What do you like about learning this topic?
This topic really interests me, and then this can get me into a really good college and get me a really good job. So, and it's just, this program is just very interesting.
Thank you.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, you took mine?
Yes?
Where's yours? It's closer.
I don't know.
I'm back right here.